According to the United Nations Children's Fund, the northeastern part of Nigeria is home to 60% of Nigeria's 13 million out-of-school children. The reason is clear. Nigeria was already dealing with low funding in the educational sector before the onslaught by Boko Haram. Despite promises by President Muhammadu Buhari that the education budget would be increased by at least 50% in 2022, the International Center for Investigative Reporting states that funding in the educational sector has dropped from 7.92% in 2016 to 4.3% in 2022, the lowest allocation since 2015. In states like Borno, worst hit by insurgency, the state government says it is doing a lot to re-enroll its over 600,000 out-of-school children after Boko Haram destroyed over 512 primary schools. The executive chairman of the Borno State Universal Basic Education Board speaks on the challenges and plans for the future of primary education in Borno State.
Ever since the insurgency, I think government has not pulled its arm to watch the children in our schools just like that, just go and come. I think so many initiatives and policies are being geared towards that one to make sure that all our schools being saved. We have been learning from the Chibok, whatever, abduction, the very popular Chibok girls abduction. We have been learning, and government is strategizing to see that these children are not being, exposed to that kind of, trauma.
Re-enrollment of out-of-school children has also begun in states like Adamawa. According to UNICEF, out of the over 540,000 out-of-school children in the states, over 500,000 of them have been enrolled into schools, making up about 94%.
What we now laid emphasis on, especially in our 2019 matching grant and the one that is coming 2020, is to supply perimeter fences to those schools. The fences will not give 100% security. Just like the burglar proofs we put in our houses, it doesn't mean burglars will not come in, but it will delay.
In Taraba State, the government has renovated 3,000 primary schools and purchased 8,000 early child development furniture. The state governor explains that teachers have been engaged in trainings and that more resources will be deployed to get its over 230,000 out-of-school children back to the classrooms.
In 2015, when this administration came into power, there were 264 secondary schools, but today we have 305 as a result of increased enrollment.
Schools in Bauchi State are relatively safe compared to other schools in the northeastern part of the country. There are no records of school abductions or recent attacks by insurgents. However, the state is notable for its over 1.2 million out-of-school children. One of the factors responsible for this is the influx of internally displaced persons into the state and poor facilities. The state government has embarked on construction, upgrade, renovation and procurement projects in basic schools after being able to assess over 8 billion naira in interventions. Although a complete buy-in of governors in the northeastern part of the country is required to tackle the primary school education problems in the region, many believe that declaring a state of emergency in the worst-hit states may push the governors to make education a priority, just as the federal government's plan to allocate 20% of the nation's budget to education in order to meet the 2030 Sustainable Development Goals in the sector must be taken seriously in order to secure the country's future.